Alain. Hope you're having a great day. I got just bear with me mug today. I want you to bear with me while I tell you a little bit about what's going on and what's coming up. That's sort of the theme of today's Coffee with Alain. You know, I hope everybody had a good time at the Shania Twain concert here in Missoula last night. It got started late because of the thunderstorm. Can't let people in the stadium because it was an outdoor stadium with the lightning going on. I had a late dinner last night because I wanted to go out to Five Guys, and I was going to go before the big concert rush. But when that thunderstorm came in, I ended up sitting on the couch with the dog on my lap, trying to do work on the computer with him on my lap until the storm passed. And then I went for a late dinner, got to Five Guys, and the Shania Twain rush was gone because they were open the stadium. They were all heading over to the concert. But had a good burger. But I'll tell you, between the thunderstorms and the fireworks, spending a lot of lap time with Rocky. Boy, he's just scared of those. If you have animals, do what you can to comfort them during the 4th of July. I'm not a big PETA fan, but I love the ad that Ron Perlman did for them. And I've always liked Ron Perlman in different shows he's been in. And I shared that on my Facebook wall, but he did an ad because of the fireworks and how they affect dogs and so forth. So watch that ad, especially if you're a Perlman fan, especially if you have dogs. Now, what's going on? You've seen this backdrop behind me that's been different than the normal Coffee with Alain backdrop, and that's because I've been recording a bunch for the Still Standing course. What was originally going to be a short little mini course, I think I recorded 45 separate videos for it. Now, some of the videos are just short little videos to accompany the worksheets because each module has a worksheet, which I'd created as well. But I am nearing the end. So pay attention to the stuff coming out. Still Standing, the ebook, I'm going to give that away. A lot of great information to help people. When you've been knocked down, some motivation, some inspiration, some strategies to get back up and keep standing. But then I'm also going to add an offer, and I'm going to make it an incredibly low price. If you download the ebook, you're going to get a super low price on this course. Again, 45 videos I've recorded. Some of them, just saying do the worksheets, but a lot of great content going deeper into the stuff that I could do in the 30-page free download. And I'm going to price it incredibly low for anybody that downloads that book because I don't want price to get in the way of helping people get back up because I know it's difficult right now. And I know people have been knocked down and this and that because life hits you hard. Just like Rocky said, nothing hits you harder in life. I even put that in the little course because that is so important, right? So that is almost done. Going to be out really soon. And for all of you folks that are watching and listening, do me a favor. Help me get that free ebook out to more and more people. Just let them see it, let them download it, because I know it will help people. I want to say good morning to Jay and good morning, Vicky. Say good morning to Dixon. Dixon said, yeah, I saw that post. Ron Perlman, a.k.a. Hellboy, is the greatest. Yeah, he was great when Hellboy, and I really like, his character, Sons of Anarchy. I was a fan of that show, and, he was a prominent figure in that. And so I've always liked Ron, too, and I thought that little post for the dogs was great. So anyway, help me get that free ebook out to more and more people. I'm going to be posting it all over social media real soon. It's almost ready to start posting. Help me get that out to people. Then I also wanted to share some news. Mark Hatmaker sent me his newest book. I'm going to work that into my reading this month, and then I'm going to have Mark Hatmaker. If you don't know Mark, prolific author in the self-defense and martial art world. Did a ton of books and videos for Paladin Press. He's did them for TRS. He's did them for other companies. Just a wealth of information. Going to get him on Coffee with Alain, talk about his newest book and some other stuff. Also have a friend of mine, Mike Million. He's put out a couple little books recently and just got those in the mail. I'm going to be reading those. One's for martial artists that want to teach. Another one was geared toward realtors and keeping them safe because his wife is a realtor. So I'm going to have him on and talk about those books and some safety stuff. Might have him on twice just to talk about safety stuff once and martial arts stuff again. So that's coming up. So Mark Hatmaker and Mike are confirmed. Also, New York Times best-selling author Barry Eisler. I'm getting his newest book. It just came out. It's not one of the John Rain books or in that series. It's a standalone new novel that he just wrote. As soon as I get that book in the mail, I'm going to read it, work it into my reading list. And Barry has confirmed that he will be on Coffee with Alain as well. So those are all confirmed. And I have one other New York Times best-selling author that everyone will know who he is and some of the stuff that he's written. That's a maybe, so I'm not saying the name yet because it's not confirmed. But definitely Mark, Mike, and Barry will be on future episodes of Coffee with Alain. I'm excited to have all three of them on. And so I'm friends with all three of them, and it's just going to be great to have them on the show. So that's some stuff that's coming up. Still Standing is just about to be released. Hope everybody's gearing up for a wonderful and safe 4th of July holiday. That's the key. I want to make sure everybody has a great, fantastic time. Celebrate however you want to celebrate. Just use some common sense and be safe about it. It might give a couple safety tips tomorrow morning of the 4th here on Coffee with Alain. Good morning, Samuel. Thank you for being here and saying have a good morning. Jay said super cool. I'm guessing about my guests. And yeah, I do think it's going to be super cool having those guys on. Dixon said you have to say Balboa so we know you aren't referring to your dog. That's true. So Rocky, my dog, is one that's scared of fireworks. Rocky Balboa has the great quote about getting hit and still going forward, and that's who's in Still Standing. Good point, Dixon. Everybody go out, make it a terrific Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow on the 4th of July.